Hey everybody, it's Christmas Eve day, and they're talking that we may get a little bit of snow tonight. And I just been putting this off and figured I should probably get it put together. So anyways, this is my John Deere X739 with my 47-inch snowblower. And if you know anything about these, you know that that's not the cab for it. So anyways, we'll talk about that a little later. And let's go get her dug out of the shed and put together. Well, we got to dig all this stuff out here, get all the way back to the cab back there, and then we can get the snowblower put together. Alright, so got everything in the garage here now, and we'll get the cab put on here in a little bit, but snowblower is all attached except for the drive shaft yet. But I was just going to show you this little, it's an electric actuator. I bought it off eBay. It's a good deal. It's it adjusts the chute while you're moving. You don't gotta get off and adjust it. That was the only manual thing on there. So what I do is I'll just turn the key on here. You can see it goes down and up. And I had to install a switch there. It all comes part of the kit, so I really like that. That's one of the one of the better improvements that I've done on this. It beats having to adjust the chute, because you're going from into the wind to with the wind, and sometimes you want to throw it into the wind and you want to keep it low. So yeah, I got to dry it off a little bit. It's raining. It's Christmas Eve, and it is pouring outside here in central Minnesota. So they're talking that it might change over to some snow and stuff later on tonight. We'll see. May have to go out and plow in the morning, Christmas Day, but hopefully it's just one round and we're done. I guess I'll start getting the cab mounted. Now, if anybody that knows anything about these is going, that ain't a cab for the 739, and you'd be correct. It's not. It's for like a 725, I believe. And that's it came with the snowblower when I bought that used. I got the snowblower, tire chains, the quick attach hitch on the front here, this piece, and let's see what I say. Snowblower, quick hitch, tire chains, and the cab. They're all for like $2,500 used. So I thought that was a pretty good deal, because just the blower itself at the time was, I don't know, like $3,000. So, and I got a cab that I can put on. I had to do a few modifications to put it on. One is right here where one of the cab, Abby, get out of the way. One of the cab mounts attaches, so I just reinforced this with a little piece of angle iron here. Abby, quick. And I put a nut cert in there so that it will be a little bit more reinforced. Oh, the other thing I got with the package was the bracket for the back to put the weights on, and 4 weights, 4 suitcase weights. So it was a pretty good deal. I'm not gonna complain on that at all. I'll put that on. I'll put that bracket on later because I gotta still use the 3-point to put the garden tiller away. So yeah, I guess we'll get this bad boy on. Alright, there you go. We got the cab all mounted on. It's not perfect by any means, but you know, it fits pretty good up in here. I had to make a bracket here coming off my frame. Just bought a straight bracket at the hardware store and bent that up. And then right in here is where that nut cert is. Everything else is pretty good. It's, you know, these cabs aren't the tightest, but I think this cab is a little better than the one that they sell for the 739. In, you know, that one's got big mesh pad or pockets here to let air in, you know, because your air intake is here for the motor, but you don't need that much air going through there in the wintertime. So what I've been doing is I take some cardboard and stuff in there, because you know, if you run it for a little while when it's cold out, your feet get cold because it's sucking all that cold air right past your feet. And yeah, your fuel still lines up good there. I made a little bracket here for mounting it on that attaches. I don't know if I can show you that or not, but it attaches to this bar here that runs up and down here, and then there's a bar that runs around the back there. That's how I attach the back. That's here, you can see it right there. So when I did that, I made it so that this will pivot, because it mounts right here. I just put another bracket coming off the frame, so this black bracket stays on here all the time. On each, there's 2 of them. There's one on each side, and then I just made this bracket here that bolts, 2 bolts, and it's got a gate hinge on it for a pivot. So then I can just unbolt the front bolts and just tip it back, and that seems to work pretty good for me. So yeah, I just threw a couple LED lights up on here to help light the way, because the chute for the blower is in the line of sight of your lights. So here, I'll put the big ones on so you see it makes a pretty good difference, but nothing special, just some cheap lights off Amazon. I used to put them on the back of my pickup under the bumper, and they'd last a year or 2. So they get full of water, especially when they're on your bumper, under your bumper, your pickup. But yeah, that's I guess, other than throwing the drive shaft on, which ain't no big deal. I will show you one thing on that though. There's a little keeper clip for the portion for that hooks up to your mower deck, and that has never been quite right. I had to do a little cranking on it and filing on it, and I got that so it's fairly good, but otherwise drive shaft just pops right on. I have a longer drive shaft coming off the back differential coming up to your front axle housing right there. You can see where it's just like a 12-inch long stubby shaft that goes through, and then it comes out right down there, and so then you don't have a real long drive shaft on your blower. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. We'll get down and take a look at this that little bracket there. So if you can see this, there's a little hook on the left side here that your little drive shaft comes off. And then this has got to go up. See that little bracket right there? I don't know if I got this right or not. This bracket here, it's kind of wonky. Alright. So I got the carriage or whatever, the lift for the mower deck strapped up there with this bracket. That's kind of phony, but it works. I think that's one of the worst things that I deal with, putting this on. But so putting the drive shaft on is really super easy. It just slides on here, and then it's got a collar here, and you slide it on the back, and it'll snap in. And so the drive shaft for the snowblower is on. It's just that easy. Now all you do is hook the drive shaft up to the actual blower, which isn't that big a deal either. Worst part is you get a little greasy. So just got the collar on there. You gotta rotate it a little bit. Go back. Let's make sure it's snapped on. And that's on. So that's it for the getting the snowblower put on there. And weight bracket and stuff ain't no big deal. But, so that's my snowblower set up for the winter. Alright, well, that's my video of getting my snowblower ready. This is my John Deere X739 with a 47-inch snowblower and a cab off of a X724. This all came as a package deal, and Actually, I kind of like this cab a little bit better than the one that they sell for the 739. I wanted something with the hard top, and the 739 cab has mesh on the sides here to allow airflow, and I wanted something keep a little more air off of me. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching.